I haven't necessarily seen the same consistency, the same confidence, and started off with that man right there, the tall, super tall one. Rlcs, he was honestly kind of flashy even in the first split of the season. He carried that momentum into split number 2, and then kind of spawned off a little bit into his standards.
And you could see in the cameras versus Falcons, like Rlcs just looked confused. He looked out of it. He wasn't sure exactly what to do versus Falcons, and it showed on the field as well. A lot of late challenges on aerial dribbles that allowed them to be in 2v1 situations, and Falcons capitalized every single time. But AppJack is going to be the one moving upfield. He always does it on this squad. Try and create space on the offensive side to allow the other two to make magic happen. It did not work yesterday, but also for Gen G, they're looking not amazing either yet. So both these teams trying to bounce back after a rocky day 1.
Yeah, I mean, Stizzy, for me, X factor here. If he gets going, I think that cleans things up for Dignitas defensively, but it also just allows them, I mean, he's just so efficient when he's on the ball on offense.
Yeah.
They need to get him energized.
On the other side, though, fan favorite North American team. Each of these players bringing a portion of the Rocket League fan base along with them. None more than that man in the middle, Justin, the Rocket League World Championship. This is Rocket League himself back on LAN. How'd you feel about Justin's debut back after 3 years yesterday?
It was a bit flat. They played Virtus Pro, and they did win that series at least 3-1, but when they played NRG, they honestly didn't really do anything as a team. They only scored 2 goals in that series, so Gen G is still looking to ramp up into this tournament. They at least got the win versus Virtus Pro. Maybe that's a confidence builder. But so far, Gen G, to me, has also looked incredibly flat. So again, it's based on those last 12 hours. What have both these teams done to prep for this match?
Yeah, you know, you do have to give Justin some credit. It's been a long time since he's been in a room like this. Of course, you know, it takes a little bit for him to get going, but now that's why this is such an important day, and this is even such an important match because you've gotten used to things. You've gotten the setup. You've felt what it feels like to lose and win in these seats. Now this is where you step up and show us what you can do.
And for Gen G, for the organization, and for the team, I mean, this is a match that is of incredible importance because this is your justification match. You let Slater go, you let Riddles go, you added Justin. You did this for these type of matches to win this match because you want to get top 8s, you want to get top 6s, you want to get top 4s. You felt like you couldn't get there with Riddles. So now you're going up against Dignitas squad, who a lot of people in the community, the analysts, etc., saying, okay, Dignitas could potentially get a top 8. They should be there. If you want to be on that level, you have to win these games right here. No excuses.
Would you maybe say it's a Justin-fication match?
Yes, justification. Yeah, I knew that was coming. You're so corny.
So I'm going to go back to this, though. There's also a big disadvantage of playing first here today because it's an early morning match. If you lose this, you know you're here for the long haul, like if you want to make it out, right? You're going to that 2-2 round. You're going to be here for 8 hours plus. So to win this match, to try and get out in round 4, to keep that endurance up is huge for the ones playing first. So this match, as we said earlier, Leaf normally interviews teams before this. Both these teams are super intense right now. They know how important this is.
Chat, let us know who you think is going to win in the progressive fan vote. Hashtag DIG for Dignitas. Hashtag GGM1 for Gen G Mobile 1 Racing. Fun facts, these two teams, these rosters, first time playing each other. We've not seen them play this season. It's the first time these rosters have been put together in this way. All time in RLCS, Gen G undefeated against Dignitas. Dignitas has never beat the Gen G organization in 5 times of playing. It's 5-0. This would be a first if Dignitas were able to get the win. So let's make our picks up here. That's who you got.
I'm glad you said that. I'm going Gen G on this one. It's a major of first. And NA has been breaking some of the stigmas here so far. So I think it's going to be a close match. I can see it going the distance, but I'm going Gen G Mobile 1.
Based on yesterday's performance, I feel like both teams were flat, but based on the online split, like Dignitas looked so incredible. So I expect them to be able to reach those highs a little bit more than a Gen G.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Dignitas in a very close match, Game 5.
Okay.
Who are you picking?
Who am I picking? Bro, you took the glasses off already, which means there's got to be a pair of glasses going on.
Oh no, I can put these back on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not that confident. He's not that.
I'm so confused now. I mean, I looking at these two rosters, I think there's a lot of value in both what both are bringing to the table. The difference maker for me is AppJack. I think that we're going to see a level. He's going to be able to ground his team mentally, get them back on track. I trust him to be able to do that in a way that will overcome Gen G. I got to take the toss.
Don't we just love it when Wave goes for me? He can really articulate his thoughts and give you why he wants to go. Anyways, taking the glasses back off. Base guarantee. Give me Gen G Mobile 1 Race.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's going to be on our side. It's a guarantee right now. NA, we're looking good. Base guarantees busting. passing out early coins with me as well. Never mind, forget the coin. I don't like the coin. Throw that thing away.
The coin
We don't
was
need
kind
that
of there and
anyway.
it's sandwiched
Listen,
down.
when the base guarantee locks in,
boy.
you already know. Hashtag base guarantee up in the chat. 57% of people don't know ball. Anyways,
Favorites in chat, narrow favorites on the desk given the coin as well. Dignitas going to try and take it to Gen G here. Justin going to try and make it out in round 4. You got to get through Dignitas here first. Let's kick off Elimination Friday for the Raleigh Major. Rocket League fans around the world, it's Dignitas versus Gen G. Get up and get loud. It's game day.
Thank you very much, WavyP. We're here on the second day of the Raleigh Major. Round 3 about to begin. Dignitas and Gen G. James, the desk set it up. Both of these teams, disappointing performances yesterday, looking to bounce back.
Yeah, in the words of the Gen G Mobile One Racing coach, Raw Greg, he said, how upset am I on a scale from 1 to 10 today? 11. Not good enough. The best outcome of today is we go correct our mistakes, wake up tomorrow, and reset. Love you all. So we'll see if they can do it. It's clear that Gen G thought that they had more to give yesterday.
Oh, quick shot from Justin, and that's exactly what Raw Greg was hoping he'd see from his players as they rocket the first goal into the net.
Oh, and then the hard hit off the ceiling self-pass. You can see apparently Jack not able to overcome the power on that shot from Justin. Fantastic start from Gen G, and the desk nailed it. Both of these teams were flat. I think both of these teams expect more of themselves, but only one can win this matchup. And also, Jorby, you know, the underlying narrative as well of NA is bringing 4 fantastic teams. Some people saying NA has more depth than EU here in this event. This matchup is really going to help determine that narrative.
It's interesting that that has been the narrative, because then you have Dignitas on the other side with apparently Jack coming back over to Europe, as well as Stizzy and Jorius. And they came back and ended up being one of the best teams in Europe. But we haven't seen that form from them just yet, as Magic Bear has to set things up. Dignitas and early struggles hanging on to the ball. Gen G, a little bit more presence on the midfield line, a couple of 50s as well, and Dignitas trying to find a way out.
Big bump for Magic Bear, opens up some space. The shot on target forces a low boost save out of Jorius. Good pressure so far from Gen G.
Magic Bear, quick air dribble, try for the bump. Jack gets over him. Cheese, haven't really seen him unlocked yet either, but he was instrumental online. Gen G doing a great job holding this midfield line, despite not being able to take many shots so far.
A really nice 50 from apparently Jack, and he beats the second defender, but a quick rotation in. The shot from Justin, forcing another low boost save out of Jorius, but still, the attack keeps going. The drop down. Justin not able to get up and over that ball. You see he was on 0 as well.
Cheese keeps it alive. Buys time for Magic and Justin. And the ball just keeps rolling back for free on the midfield line. Justin beats another defender. He gets bumped out of the way, and the rest of Gen G are trying to catch up. Magic Bear, no boost on the back line as he's on small pads trying to get underneath. Dignitas almost turned that into something. And a demo forces another clear out. Gen G won't let them in.
Such a critical demo for Magic Bear, who is also running low. That demo opened up so much space, has allowed Gen G to get boosted up. Now the passing play's coming out. The low shot from Magic Bear beats the Dignitas defense.
So shout out to the observer, because you could see the whole play develop here. Magic Bear lobs it up, forces apparently Jack to stretch for the challenge, and he's just sitting in the middle of Stizzy and Jorius. Nobody's looking at him. Everyone's looking in the air, opening up the hole in a great place.
And a great, you're 100% right, great placement. He saw Jorius high on the line, but we've seen now for pretty much the entirety of this game, Gen G keeping this ball locked in the Dignitas half, getting boosted up, and also looking for those infield passing plays, which they have had multiple looks now. That time, they were able to slot it. This is a much different Gen G team than we saw against NRG yesterday, where they were boost starved. It felt like they were 0 boost the whole game. It really feels like they went back to the drawing board and came up with a solid strategy on how they could get much more boost than they had yesterday.
Stizzy going again. Dignitas have to find a way to get him online. How many times have we seen electric plays from him? Dignitas still looking to turn the electricity on. Gen G hold the ball, great 50 to pop up. Justin holding it over. Jorius saves the dodge. Get that ball out. See Dignitas really trying to prioritize the boost. Jack not going for the challenge, prioritizing the boost again. Dignitas now have fuel to get downfield.
Cheese sees Justin upfield as well. Goes for a 50. You see 2 dive from Dignitas as well, and there's a miss. This is going to be a chance now for Gen G to kickstart an attack.
easy decision for Magic Bear, but bumped off the play, couldn't follow it up. Dignitas getting a little bit more here. Jory is landing in the challenge. Knocked downfield. Dignitas keep trying to hold on to the ball, and they're getting deleted. Giving a free touch. Magic Bear hit it hard. Got a demo midair. Another 50. Very tight rotation from Gen G. Magic Bear gets reset on the back line. He'll be next up. Back to Justin. Back to the Bear. Back to Justin. G's coming through. Denied. How did he save it?
With excellent ball movement from Gen G for passing circles around Dignitas.
That one felt like when you have that many passes divvied up, there's no way you're going to save it. Dignitas have bought themselves a chance and a huge shot from Dorius.
Dignitas on the board now. Despite all the offensive pressure from Gen G, this little miss there, you can see Cheese expecting Magic Bear to get a touch on the ball. I think Magic Bear maybe trying to get a touch on that one, or trying to play the fake, zoning out the oncoming attacker. It didn't work, and Gen G might give up another one, but you can see Stizzy, low boost, wasn't in the right spot to get that block.
At the read, this one's looking good. Jack gets down, it's blocked, but it's an open net, and just like that, it takes 15 seconds, James. We got a tie game.
Completely erased. Jorius goes up high. You can see apparently Jack also making things a little awkward, but Cheese was trying to shut down the double tap, left all alone, nobody else back to help for Gen G, and despite Gen G controlling most of this game, in just a couple seconds, Dignitas has tied it up.
Magic Bear won that midfield boost on the back line, trying to drop away. Magic Bear clears the path for Cheese.
What are we seeing here? Stizzy, I think maybe he wasn't trying to get such a powerful touch and was surprised by how much that went into the middle of the field, and that really put Dignitas in a bad spot.
Really felt like one of those moments right off the kickoff. Magic Bear barely wins that midfield boost. He doesn't win that. You're not going for a bump on Stizzy on the back line afterwards. That little play matters a lot for Gen G, and Dignitas' momentum gets stopped. Cheese fakes the challenge. Magic Bear up quickly, but Jack already has him beat. Justin also beat. Gen G will be forced back. Jory is a demo on Magic Bear on the back line. Dignitas, pressure at the end of game number 1. It looked like they may have been able to steal it away from Gen G. Now they're gonna find a way to get it back in their pocket. Jack denied by Magic Bear. Going for the demo. Can he keep it out? Oh! Put a little style on it.
Mauled by the Bear. Magic Bear, the demo. Stizzy tries to get out, but Magic Bear says no escape here.
Excellent stuff from Magic Bear. And I mean, James, he was doing stuff like that all split online. Magic Bear, so fun to watch when he's on. And okay, well, you got a second. This ball needs to be up on the kickoff.
See how Dignitas tries to do that. Slow kickoff. Or if they just try to go full out speed flip, pop it as best they can. We'll see what their strategy is.
Gen G just want to kill the ball, and they will. Gen G take game 1. And it looked comfortable for most of that game. 4 minutes of Gen G dominance. And then that final minute, Dignitas come alive, could not close it.
Yeah, and a surprising amount of goals quickly after kickoff. But one thing that I did notice, Jorby, that seems different from the NRG series last time, for Gen G specifically, as they are going for a lot more demos, especially in the midfield and offensively. That is really, I think, allowed Gen G to maintain that pressure. And a few really big plays. I mean, that play for Magic Bear was huge. Getting that demo, getting that 50 right into the goal. I mean, that was the game winner. It was just a 1-goal game in the end. So massive play from Magic Bear. And Gen G, big time game win. You saw Gibbs picking Dignitas. I think a lot of people looking at Dignitas as maybe the favorite. They're coming out of the stronger region historically in Europe, but maybe this is actually North America's time to shine if it keeps going like this.
That's the thing about this Gen G team too, right? Is that you never really know on the day what you're going to get with them. They have such high highs and their lows quite low, and Dignitas trying to figure out how they can complete that comeback, or maybe not even go to a deficit at all in this next game. You talk about Magic Bear all over the place with these demos, and I mean, Falcons, not a similar, I'm not saying they're a similar play style to Gen G at all, but it was just that similar amount of oppression in their own half, where Dignitas want to get the low 50, control the ball, and beat you going down the field. But it's so hard when you can't actually get control of the midfield. 50s aren't going your way, and you start facing high pressure like that.
Oh, it's like playing the body instead of playing the ball. That's what it seems like Gen G's doing, and so far, it is working out. They've had so much of the initiative. More pressure now. Magic Bear contested that time. You can see a big win. The race to the midfield boost. Magic Bear bumped off the ball. Stizzy has barely any boost to work with on that.
Whoa, he was expecting a challenge from him. Cheese will bring it downfield. Justin let it go. And Dignitas just happy to let Gen G play with that ball in the midfield and try to take it away from them off the goal line. They're doing the same thing against Falcons. And it was not working for them. Gen G happy to let them take the challenge there. Magic Bear looking for the corner, too low. Another demo, Magic Bear. Not gonna matter though, as, whoa, quick boomer. Saw quick Justin was up for it. Stizzy beats up to it. Get around quick for Jory is Dignitas. Looking decent so far. Magic Bear makes it work, gets the grab. Still some pressure. Dignitas wide rotation though. Stizzy seeing Magic, didn't want to commit.
Yeah, and apparently Jack hitting it over to the corner. Stizzy was all the way in his back half. Oh, you can see apparently Jack trying to cook solo there. Big block from Jorius. This is a shot opportunity for Stizzy, and he hits it dead center.
Well, finally, Dignitas get a little bit of possession work. They get a little bit of space, and Jorius, excellent work lining up that 50 after the ball bounces up off the ceiling, trying to make Gen G uncomfortable in front of the box. He gets a great follow-up 50, opening up the gap, and Dignitas finally convert the pressure that they were able to build there and take their first lead of the series.
Rebound game, but a pass over to Justin, head fake. Slowed down the play. A bit of an awkward touch there. I think Stizzy and apparently Jack tripping over one another. Magic Bear gonna put a hand up here. Hard bounce to the corner, back to the middle. There was a bounce pass. It's the right idea. If someone's there to take the shot, could have walloped that ball, but now on the other end, Cheese, the late reset! Oh! Saved by Dignitas!
Off the bar. Now apparently Jack on the counter. Quick off the ceiling and only gonna get by one defender. No one else from Dig can go. Stizzy wins a free touch. 50, Justin gets back. Jorius wins it, and they're deleted. Jorius finds two.
Big time demo on the back line at the perfect time. Justin trying to get another 50 on that. The shot's low, and that gets by him at Dignitas. Now a 2-goal lead.
Finding a little bit of that demo magic that Gen G were able to create in the last game. That's really the only way you can seem to open up gaps against teams these days. You have to, as you were saying earlier, James, go for the body. As, whoa, Magic! That was a funny one, my goodness.
You heard the ping of the bar, didn't you, Jorby?
Oh, I did. It was loud.
Perfect reset. Waits, pulls the trigger. Beautifully done by Magic Bear.
It seems like no one is able to hold a multi-goal lead in this series so far. Dignitas heat up early. Gen G find a response and have to make a save off the post. Demo opens up a gap. Jory is stop gap left. Oh, Magic had to jump and go.
That was through. I'm pretty sure Magic Bear flipped as he was getting bumped and got that save. Huge defensive stand for Gen G. Very easily could have been another goal for Dignitas. And there's a demo on the back line as well. Gen G still not out of it just yet. Things are getting tough.
Gibbs talked about Joria's timing on his challenges being off yesterday. And in this game, they're much better. He's winning much more of those 50s behind the ball. Jack with a free touch, looking for Joria's on the wing out. I believe he got that boost steal. He won't get the 50. Joria's will help it. Try to keep Dignitas contesting this midfield line. Not just contest, they're starting to control it. Hard boomer, he's coming off the ceiling and can't make contact. A good attempt as Jorius carries the ball out. Cheese might get the free touch off the challenge. Justin, quick shot off the bar and saved.
See the boost advantage starting to grow here for Gen G. Magic Bear keeping that in. Justin winning a mid-boost race as well. Oh, Cheese gonna have to defend it. Somehow reads the shot. Rebound out to Jorius. I don't know how that stayed out, Jorby. What did we see?
I mean, he just jumped and prayed he was going to get that save. I mean, that was ridiculous. As soon as the camera whips, you see him already midair. Well, Gen G, all the saves are great. But you got to find a way to score here as we approach the final minute of game 2.
Justin from his own back corner beats the first. Going to go for a 50 on the second. But Stizzy powering through, also landing the bump on Cheese, but the ball was rolling slowly enough for Magic Bear to get back in time. See a couple demos as well on the back line. The 50 over, Justin couldn't get the shot on target, rebound out to Cheese. He powers through, gets another touch here. Trying to lock this ball in the corner, and he snags that corner boost.
No rule one there. Cheese and Jorius both agree at the same time. No, this is way too close. There's too much at stake right now. Justin, nice catch. Stizzy coming to meet him, he misses. Justin tries to set it up. Cheese has to stretch. He finds the mark, but it's denied again. Both defenses keeping this ball out 20 seconds, and Dignitas will have their first game win. Jack gets the clear downfield. Another touch, light. Justin sees the space and wants to take it. He's got a winger, but it's way over Cheese's head. Magic Bear coming up to support. Jorius keeps the rock. Cheese lets it drop. Gen G, nothing. Jorius keeps them locked down, and Dignitas tied the series.
Dignitas getting that key game win here. With these best of fives, you really can't afford going down 0-2, especially against a team that is as clutch as Gen G. But they bounce back here and get the win. But it was a little shaky near the end, Jorby, that we saw a really, really nice effort from Gen G, especially Justin getting that pass. There was actually a wonderful little tap by Magic Bear at the midfield to put that ball up the sidewall for Justin to be able to take it. Justin handled it well, got a rebound opportunity. Cheese chipped it up and over. It just didn't have the pace because it was a really tight angle. Gen G almost scoring that equalizing goal, but Dignitas, we're demoing much more this game. Oh, that big time save from Cheese as well. And this is that play I was talking about. Cheese having to come around, beat the first defender, but apparently Jack right there to make sure that one stayed out. Both of these teams, though, neck and neck. I think Gibbs was the one who called it going 5. And I would not be surprised if it does, because they are playing so close to one another.
And certainly making up to be one that could go the distance. And really the talk around the entire major, no matter what team we're talking about, is physicality. And that being kind of the center of attention for teams is taking pieces off the field. In that game, Dignitas, you saw apparently Jackie had 5 demos in that last game. Stizzy with 1, and that 1 demo Stizzy got led directly to a goal. The Dignitas, and they found the blueprint here in the series. Gen G didn't give it to them easily at the end of the game. They fought as much as they could to try to tie it up. Now they got to find a way to respond.
Boom, downfield. One thing I did notice last game as well is there was quite a few times where apparently Jack, it looked like he was making pass plays to teammates, but instead of playing the ball, the teammates decided to rotate out. So we'll see if Dignitas can get a little more on the same page in terms of those passing plays. So far, the demos worked for him last game. I'm sure it will take more. Now, Cheese hovering behind the ball, waiting for somebody to challenge him. The challenge never came.
I feel like we have to see that from Dignitas' POV, because surely we thought this was going to... Oh, apparently Jack got chipped.
Stizzy was probably expecting Abject to go for the challenge, but Abject, like you said, getting hit out of the play.
And again, bumps, finding a way through. Even those little chips are enough, James. It'll catch your second man out. He won't be able to respond. Stizzy has to let it drop. Gen G, they respond back to Dignitas after they took the lead in game 2. Both of these teams playing much better than we saw from them in their matches yesterday.
Good read.
Shogun.
Good read from Cheese as well. Seeing Jorius jumping early, opting to hit it around him, maintain possession. Justin will go into a dribble, doesn't challenge, goes for a bump as well. This gives Magic Bear some space. The 50 as well, double commit. Justin trying to pop it up for Cheese, so no shot can come after the double commit. But Gen G, see those cogs turning on offense. They're starting to figure things out.
Magic Bear got that crucial time-buying touch. Cheese needed to go back to his corner and get boost. Justin was also rotating back. They still have to clear this out. And fearing that Dignitas quick attack off the 50, Gen G getting in front of this ball at the top of the box, but they can't keep the ball. Jumping in front of it, you get the touch. Jack has to turn back. Jorius has to buy that time, and a great catch.
And a much better job of Gen G of being able to handle those low boost situations. For a brief moment there, everyone was on 0, but even with a few pads, they were able to get that clear out, get boosted up. And now this ball being sent all the way downfield. Cheese to drop pass to Justin. Justin can't get that 50 through. It's now a race between Jorius and Magic Bear. Wins the first, wins the second. Magic Bear takes 2 out of the play. Justin gonna try to get this into the middle. Cheese can't get by the defender to get the shot.
Stizzy barely got there in time. It was going to be a tight window regardless, but you know that they're going to be able to hit that. Apparently Jack getting lift under this ball. Justin lining up the next 50, but he can't keep the ball. Matchbear getting harassed and forced to dump it downfield. Cheese gets deleted. Dignitas will not let Gen G hold on to this ball.
Jorius, and this ball downfield, apparently jacked with a strong 50. Cheese clear off to the side where he does pick up the corner boost, but you see the apparently jacked demo on the back line. Magic Bear forced to go up on low boost himself. Good attack shaping up here so far for Dignitas, but it does get hit back to the midfield where Justin has his flick shut down.
Yeah, but everyone's on small pads right now for Gen G. They lost both the midfield boosts. Jack's just running around deleting Gen G players. Stizzy almost found the target. Jory is trying to get dirty in the corner. Jack shot and saved. That was a tight one, but Cheese somehow comes away with it. They still need to clear though as it comes out to the far side. Jack, he kind of came out mid-stride to pass that back to Stizzy. Everyone's trying to challenge him. They'll get the bump. That gives a little bit of space, but still Gen G have to manage the boost totals. Jack gets around one. Does he get a bump? Opens up the space. Stizzy wasn't respecting it.
I mean, this has happened many times where apparently Jack is making the play, trying to get it to a teammate, and the teammate's just not there.
Stizzy playing so safe on that midfield line. It's usually him there. And why doesn't he want to go, especially with Jorius coming back the other way? Jack is doing so much work to set these up. Stizzy sits underneath. Now he's up front, but can't put it on target. On the tight angle, Jorius buys the time. Stizzy on the far side, Jack backfield. We'll have to hold this ball. Look for Stizzy. He's got him off the ceiling. Stizzy 30 has left it. Got another 50, but that's going to be good for Cheese, winning the first bout. Jack trying to hold him back.
I think Stizzy was really trying to time that air roll to get it flip reset, but wasn't able to get it. Mid boost grab again by Jack. He's bumped off the ball. Cheese lets Justin take this on the back line. This one goes towards net. It's in! It's just in!
All you gotta do is flip forward into the car and you'll pinch it right off of Justin's nose. Cheese almost gets there, but good luck. 1-1 now for Gen G.
Now that's a tilter for Gen G to let one in like that, especially with how well they've been playing defense. And now off kickoff in danger. Magic Bear is going to try to rush to it again. Gets the pass into the middle to Cheese, but that's intercepted by Abjack.
Dignitas almost found the value out of that quick cheat up fake kickoff. Landing on the wall for Jorius. He's got Jack on the wing. Opts for the 50. Jack still underneath it. Wasn't going to get there. Instead, he's going to get a free touch. Back to his team again. Stizzy looking back out. Jorius is there. Shot underneath to 9. Magic Bear recovers. He gets a little bump from his friends. And I think that actually helped him get into position. Justin helping getting him there. And Gen G, a scary defensive hold. The final 10 seconds of regulation. Cheese might get a shot. Magic Bear dove for a body and found nothing as Dignitas looked for the way back out. They get through one. You still got Jack downfield. He's trying to bump him. Doria's got the space. Off the ceiling. 50 to the far side. Does Jack play ball? He does. Quick hit. Off the wall. Stizzy's there. Ball still up. Magic Bear getting across. He's got the 50 and they refuse to have it touch the ground. Stizzy says, let's try one more time. On target, but too slow. Double commit from Gen G. Is that another free touch for Dignitas? They wait for Magic Bear, and we'll let it die. Overtime.
Dignitas with all the initiative. They have been keeping Gen G back ever since Stizzy scored that dunk goal with 50 seconds left on the clock. Gen G has been stuck playing defense.
This feels like, I mean, it does take you to match point, no matter who wins this. It's just so hard to force that game 5 and come back. As Jorius flicks it over one. Dignitas, much stronger as a unit up front. Jack doing a lot of heavy lifting to facilitate his team's success. Opening gaps, Magic Bear trying to do the same for Gen G.
Up so much boost on that defensive play. Stizzy getting demoed off the ball. Justin trying to control it. It's a little bit out of his control, but he does manage to recover. 50'd it over to Magic Bear. Boom ball now, but Gen G getting some, getting a demo on the goal line. The drop pass down as well. Cheese there just a little bit late.
Just needed a little, something with a little more lift. Stizzy, a little too easy for him to get to the challenge. It's over their heads. Oh, and it's in the net. Jack catches Gen G sleeping. 2-1 Dignitas.
Another dunk goal that goes straight into net, and you can see Justin flailing at that ball. I cannot believe it. goals from Dignitas. Dunks that go straight in.
Tough for Gen G. You feel like you're doing everything right, and then you go up as the second man behind the 50. You think, I'm gonna follow this up. We got a possession here, and then Jack just comes and ruins your dreams. And it started so well for them, that little chip.
And they held the lead for so much of the game. And then this play here, Cheese doesn't get the touch, leaves it for Justin. Justin's gonna try to dribble this ball out, gets dunked on by Stizzy, goes straight into the net. Magic Bear tries to take it to a dribble, gets rushed by apparently Jack, goes straight into the net. Two very similar goals. And I'll be honest, Jorby, you know, when you get scored on like that, even just one time, it's tilting. You're upset at yourself for not flipping into the ball.
Wait, are you saying Raw Greg on the Mad meter? Is he still at an 11 right now?
It might be at a 12 after
12?
that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, Gen G did so much well. They did so much right for a majority of that game. But those two plays, and I mean, those are goals you don't really see. I mean, they happen. They're not too rare.
We saw one similar off the sidewall yesterday off of 50 that went straight into the net. I think you and I casted that.
Yeah, but to have the only goals the other team scores be that type of goal, and you lose by one, that's going to be tough to recover from. So Dignitas, a huge momentum swing in their favor. We'll see if Gen G can respond or if this will be it.
I got to say, though, the challenge game, the chemistry from Dignitas has been a lot better. We pointed out a few times where Stizzy's maybe playing a little passive on some pushes, but other than that, he has been able to push up and collect on what apparently Jack has been able to do. Jory's challenges have looked a lot better. But Gen G, this is not unfamiliar territory for this team. Call them round 5, game 5. They love any sort of match point. They somehow always get there. Well, if any team can put this one on Champions Field, it can be Gen G, but Dignitas looking just one step above right now.
And I mean, even for Dignitas, there's been some big positives here. I think one big positive that I've seen from Dignitas is apparently Jack getting aggressive, landing some key demos, but Cheese cuts the defense up on this one. The defender was expecting a bounce here, but Cheese just catches it right. It gets it right by him. That's Stizzy.
I don't think Stizzy saw Cheese at all. He was looking at Magic the whole time, and next thing he was like, whoa! You saw his car kind of flip. The car language shows his shock. And Gen G, they scored first in the last game. Like you said, James, held the lead for a long time. That wasn't even the case in game 1. And it wasn't until the final minute that Dignitas scored 2 quick goals to tie it up. Now, they didn't win that game. They did win the last one. Dignitas trying to get out of here in 4 games.
Cheese went for a hard hit off the ceiling. Who's stolen by Magic Bear is going to try to whittle down this defense. Cheese to his own corner, gets another block as well, and Magic Bear will try to help out off the sidewall. Magic Bear trying to land a bump, but Stizzy navigates it nicely, stays in control, goes for a 50, gets it out to the corner, but Stizzy trying to do some heavy lifting.
It was a good adjustment from Stizzy to make something out of nothing there, and just missed the in-stride pass. Jory is, and as you can see, well, let's say, wait and see what Jory does there. Nothing. Over on the right-hand side of your screen, Team Secret going to game 5 against Army Corp. Army Corp were up at one point when it came up 2-1. So Team Secret forced game 5. Some crazy stuff happening on the alternate stream.
That is absolutely shocking. That is going to be a wild result if Team Secret can get that upset. Locking back in here, we see Gen G fighting to force a game 5 of their own. Justin, the bounce shot over to the corner. Apparently, Jack, that was a massive win for that corner boost.
How did he get that? I didn't even think he was going to win it. Demo. Justin trying to deny any kind of forward progress for Dignitas. They are succeeding. That looked like a boxer's punch there in the midfield. Jack up quickly for it. Gen G feeling a little uncomfortable. They can't quite hold this ball. Magic Bear can't get the touch. Stizzy holds them down. Dignitas start taking that boost. See Gen G 2-on-0. But Dignitas also having to manage everyone using a ton of boost on this possession. That midfield boost is up. Gen G have a chance to go get it, but they will not. They still have to respect the ball's position as Jack gets a nice catch and Dignitas are forced back.
Magic Bear jumping early, gets bumped off the ball. Justin with the 50. Stizzy has been doing a great job with his 50s, winning them forward, but now we see Cheese take over, going for another touch, gets a demo in the air as well, bounces back out, boost stolen in the corner.
Nobody willing to commit for that with two Dignitas defenders closing in on the ball. Gen G off the corner, Magic Bear looking back for Cheese, no bump, and Stizzy not gonna give any chance for Justin to find a redirect. As Cheese punted the ball back towards the midfield line, Jory is bumped, adjusts, got the 50, high pop, Stizzy beats Gen G. Jory is there as well, but just can't find a way to get over Gen G.
And then about this point in the game is where things went wrong for Gen G last game. Getting dunked on around the 50-second mark. We'll see if Gen G can close this one out. Another 0-1 game as we hit this final minute.
Jack avoiding the potential bump. Justin swinging wide, lets Magic Bear come through. Nice stopping touch there from Dignitas. Jorius turns on the mechs, drops underneath. Oh, Jorius tying it up!
Oh man, it was almost on cue. Jorius getting this reset, getting down, and getting so much power on it. You saw Justin was interrupted on his approach to the ball by apparently Jack. The physicality from apparently Jack, in my opinion, is what has allowed Dignitas to really reach critical mass and get past Gen G so far. Now they tie this one up late as well. And you know, Gen G probably have that little voice in the back of their mind that, oh, we're gonna lose again like this in the final minute.
Can't close. I gotta find a way to bring it back. You talk about Jack being downfield, causing havoc. That's when he's playing at his best. Against Falcons yesterday, he was constantly back on his own half, on his own goal line. And that's not where Jack wants to be. That's where he wants, front and center. Apparently Jack gets the path cleared, and Dignitas have a late lead.
Another aggressive play from Dignitas. Jorius locking in on his opponent, demoing him and letting that ball bounce right in. And it looks like we'll see another last-minute comeback for Dignitas to close this one out, unless Gen G can score in this final 10 seconds.
Well, they're happy to let it go. Dignitas knew nobody was around. Jorius, you just gotta hold on to the ball, and you're moving up in Swiss. Dignitas take down Gen G 3-1. Gen G on their last life here in Raleigh.
And that's another heartbreaker for Gen G as well. I mean, you know, the Dutch talked about it, both teams coming in a little bit flat yesterday. You're wondering who is going to show up today. Well, it was a slow start for Dignitas. Gen G looked really good. You know, even in these games, they were winning into the final minute of those games before giving it up. And so the closeout power just not there for Gen G. But, I mean, losing that one game with those two dunks, you know, just getting dunked on, ball goes straight over your head, right into the net. That's going to be a tough one for Gen G to recover from. But on the flip side, Dignitas, I think they're going to be able to get their feet back under them a little bit, start building that momentum up. And, I mean, we saw what they did in Europe against K-Corp, winning a regional, one of the few European teams in history, or recent history, to be able to win other than K-Corp. So you know that Dignitas has all the talent to make a deep run, and now this is a big step forward.
Dignitas, they get one step right, and now they got one more to go before they clinch their spot in the playoffs. Let's go over to Leaf and talk to Dignitas, see how they're feeling.
Dignitas with another win. Aaron Jorius joining me. I just got to ask, how you doing coming into day two? How you feeling overall?
I mean, it's a little early, so
yeah, I feel that.
Feeling a little groggy maybe.
Yeah.
But nah, it's good to start the day off with a win. Of course, so I'm feeling great.
That gets the adrenaline going, right? Yeah, I feel that it is different, like having to play throughout the whole day too. I imagine most of us are probably a little more awake and aware later in the afternoon, but getting dubbed today is good. Let's look back to yesterday. You guys got that first win against Virtus Pro, expected, then Falcons. Probably didn't go as close as maybe as you guys wanted, those 0-3. Can you talk about yesterday and maybe where you guys were at, headspace, gameplay?
Yeah, I think we started off yesterday great, but Virtus Pro might be a little lesser of an opponent, so
right.
It's a little easier to like play the game you want to play.
Yeah.
Then afterwards against Falcons, we played. Yeah, it felt in game. It felt really bad as well. Like we completely bombed our playstyle out of the window. which is a good thing to do early in the tournament.
For sure,
later,
yeah. Do it then rather than later.
Yeah. So hopefully we've got that out of the way because we just showed that we can bounce back. So.
Well, I guess they're bouncing back too. That's K-Corp. Are you feeling like you're in a good spot now? Then, like, you know, it's still early in the tournament, but like it's getting very close to not being early in the tournament.
Yeah.
So I hope you are.
Yeah, I feel like we are in a good spot right now. 2-1, of course. We should. It's not a shame to lose the Falcons, and we've got 2 chances. I feel like we're definitely in a better headspace now than last Swiss from last Birmingham major. We went also 2-1 there, but that felt way more up to chance, like less. We really felt, especially now against NG, I think game 3 we had like 4 minutes of pressure straight before he scored the equalizer. It feels now way more that we're actually in control of the game, in control of the play. And if we can replicate that for the next 2 matches, this should be way easier, and we should be able to make out the Swiss pretty easily.
I hope to see that. I just want to update you too. So K-Corp, I think that was a game 5 against Team Secret. How do you feel about this here? Because we saw Ultimates take down K-Corp yesterday. You know, game 5 there. We've seen K-Corp do this before and still bounce back. How do you feel about the overall competition then? If you know, K-Corp's facing this against quite a few teams now.
Yeah, I think K-Corp is still just as good. I think this is more a testament that everyone else around them is, I wouldn't say catch up, because they're still ahead of everyone else, but people are catching up, and they're actually playing, because last major was just a stomp. It was just a stomp from K-Corp. I think it's good for the competition. I hope it's also good for the viewers that you actually get close matches now. So, I mean, I like to see it, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Well, hopefully your matches aren't close. You can continue to stomp there. Hey, you got this one here. It's Rolling Day. Go get some rest. Get ready for your next matches, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
We have so many more games to go going forward. Please join us for the rest of the day. Alt stream, this stream, so much Rocket League coming your way.
There's a reason they don't call them clean bikes, am I right?